Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Courtney Ryan, and today we are reacting to a TikTok. So this video is from a creator with the handle Sam Freeflow. It has 1.7 million views at the time that I am reacting to it. So clearly it struck a chord, went viral. We're gonna watch it together, reconvene, and I will tell you what I think.
If you have lost all faith in the male species, as have I, just know there's still good men out there. I have been on 3 dates with this guy. The third date, he reached in the back seat, brought me these flowers, picked me up, dropped me home, made a backup reservation the same night just in case I got cold at the first restaurant. We were supposed to get matcha the next morning. I couldn't go because I had work. He sent me the matcha to my house instead. Our fourth date is tonight. I'm about to go on it. This is what I'm wearing. He is taking me flying on a plane. He's flying the plane. He's a pilot as his hobby. So sick, really sick. And he told me he doesn't date for fun, he dates to marry, and that's what I do as well. So if you're looking for a good guy, just know they're out there. My neighbor, she's I think 65, and she said you have to kiss 1,000,000 frogs before you find the prince. And I think I've kissed many frogs, and the prince is really treating me like a princess, so yeah.
Aw, she's clearly so excited. So cute. Okay, per usual, I have a lot of thoughts, but honestly, this was refreshing to me. Most dating content that I see online is about horror stories, mixed signals, why modern dating is doomed. It's usually something negative, so to see something positive is just nice and refreshing. And I think this video tells us a couple of things. One, good guys do exist, and it's great to see a woman talking about it. Effort still matters, and there are women out there, like this one, who appreciate it. So I want to break this down because I think a lot of the things that this guy's doing right are a lot of things that most men overlook. And it's not being a pilot, and it's not spending a ton of money just to get that out of the way. The first little thing I want to talk about here, and it's something that I tell you guys all the time, is that effort stands out more than a flashy date or how much you spend on the date. He's not just throwing money at the date, he's planning with intention. Getting her flowers on the third date, making dinner reservations, that's thoughtfulness. Rescheduling around her work schedule and surprising her with the matcha, that's consideration, and it's effort. You don't need to be a pilot to make a woman feel valued. I think the takeaway here is that effort and thoughtfulness matter more than the price tag of a date. It's about making her feel like you actually care. Pick a place that you'll enjoy, but also think about what she would like. Instead of just making last-minute plans, show some forethought and actually plan it. Put some effort in. Small things like this make such a big difference, and I think it is so sexy when someone puts in effort and isn't afraid to show that they care. Now, I'm not telling you to be a stage 5 clinger or obsessed with her in a creepy way, but what I am saying is put in effort. Don't be afraid to show that you care and to put in effort. I think so many people are obsessed with this idea of acting like I don't care, be uninterested, play mind games, be hot and cold. That is not attractive to great women who appreciate a man who puts in effort and isn't afraid to show it. So just want to get that out of the way. You don't need to spend a ton of money on a date. You can go on a coffee or matcha date, spend $5 and have a wonderful time and be able to connect with someone. You do not need to go out to a 4-course fancy meal in order to have a good date with a woman and for a woman to appreciate it. And if you have to do that in order for a woman to appreciate it or want to go out with you, perhaps that is the wrong woman. Might I just add? The next thing I want to talk about is that being considerate is attractive. I know I kind of touched on this before, but it's attractive and it's not necessarily simping. I think some guys might look at this and think, oh, he's doing too much. This is simp behavior. No, this is a confident masculine man who understands how to lead. A huge part of leading in a relationship and in dating is about being intentional. He's making decisions, he's showing effort, and he's considering her needs. And let's be real, women want a man who leads with confidence, not someone who's indifferent and passive. I know I've said this a million times on my channel, but chasing is a no-no. It is trying to convince someone to like you, and we simply aren't doing that. But effort is investing in someone who's already showing interest in you. They are reciprocating. One is needy, the other is attractive. Another thing I want to talk about is that modern dating isn't hopeless. You just have to be selective. I think a lot of guys feel like dating is a waste of time because maybe they've been burned by women who don't appreciate the effort, ghosting, flakiness, mind games. I know that it is frustrating. I would be frustrated too. But I think this video we reacted to reinforces that great women are out there and they notice and they appreciate you putting in effort. So much so that they're giddy and excited about it in a TikTok video, and they're saying good men still exist. So I think that's reassuring for everybody. But I think something important to note is that you should be selective. If a woman only cares about status, expensive restaurants, what she can gain from you, she's not the right one for you. Those are not great qualities to find in a woman. But if she genuinely appreciates effort and thoughtfulness and you going out of your way and considering her, that's when dating actually becomes enjoyable because it's reciprocal. She's appreciating the effort that you are putting in. It's a two-way street, it's mutual, and it's reciprocal. So if you feel like effort doesn't matter anymore, take a step back and ask yourself, am I putting effort into the right women? Am I leading with confidence while still being considerate? Am I showing effort in a way that feels natural, not transactional? Because I think when you get those things right, dating stops feeling like a losing game and starts feeling like something that you actually enjoy doing. Now I want to talk about the comments because I checked the comment section and honestly, some of the things I saw were pretty disappointing, so I want to go through some of them with you guys. There are a ton of comments like, see you in 3 months, girl, that has 28,000 likes, or beware of love bombing, which also has 5,538 likes. And I just think it's sad that when a man treats a woman well, people automatically assume the worst. Yes, manipulation exists, but we have to stop clinging to these therapy buzzwords and assuming that everything is a red flag. Not everything is love bombing. A guy doing something nice for a girl, getting her flowers on a third date, is not always love bombing. Not everything is toxic or manipulative. Sometimes a good guy is just a good guy. That's it. And I just find it so sad that we've gotten to a point where we just expect the worst and assume the worst. And I know it's a defense mechanism. I know it's a way to protect ourselves. People often project their own misfortunes onto other people. Misery loves company. That's nothing new. But it's just sad. I mean, the see you in 3 months girl comment has 28,000 likes. It was also no surprise to see by good men you mean rich, right? Or good guy equals rich guy. A bouquet of flowers does not have to be expensive. I just got a nice bouquet of flowers from Trader Joe's the other day for $5.99. It doesn't have to be pricey. Taking initiative and making a reservation takes $0, just effort. Of course, you have to pay for the meal of wherever you're going, but actually putting in effort to plan the date and take initiative and make a reservation cost $0. And sure, I'll give it to you, flying a plane is a bit of an elite hobby, but she barely focused on that. That's just where she was going for her date that day that she recorded this, so she mentioned it. And honestly, to me, from a woman's perspective watching the video, it just seemed like she was impressed that he had a hobby and was sharing it with her. It's no surprise or anything groundbreaking or new when I say this, but women find it attractive when men have hobbies and things that they enjoy in their personal life outside of just their relationship. Like, it is attractive when a man has hobbies. My husband has so many hobbies, and most of them are very niche, nerdy hobbies, but that's one of the things I love the most about him. He is so curious, he's passionate, and it says so much about who he is as a person, and I just have always adored that about him. So speaking from someone who's been in that situation, no, my husband doesn't fly planes, but I just think a man having hobbies and things that he's interested in is attractive. And then of course the comment, you just gave so many people unrealistic expectations. But what's unrealistic here? Planning a thoughtful date? Paying attention to details? Treating someone well? If those things I just mentioned are considered too much or unrealistic, I think we've got bigger problems. She's not telling women that if a man doesn't buy her flowers, then he's a loser, or to only date guys who fly planes in their free time. If anything, she seems appreciative for the things that this guy's doing for her, which should encourage other women to do the same when a guy does something thoughtful and kind for them. Now, do I agree that you need to kiss a million frogs to find your prince? No, I've never agreed with that sentiment. I've always thought it was a little bit dumb, if I can be so honest with you. I know there's nuance to everything, but I kind of fall under the category of if you have to kiss a million frogs to find a prince, maybe you should start picking a little bit better because it's a little worrisome. But other than that, which was a silly closing at the end of her video, I thought this was a nice video. It was refreshing to hear someone excited about dating, excited about a guy, sharing a positive dating experience. I will say this comment made me laugh. Someone said, "Are you dating Christian Grey?" From the 50 Shades of Grey movies and books. He definitely dates for fun. Again, good guy equals rich guy. Unfortunately, it means nothing. It is simple love bombing. He is definitely not the prince girl. Aren't they all good in the beginning? Actually, no. Someone said, update us in 3 months, please. And she responded and said, guys, this isn't the end game. Haha. I'm taking it slow, just exciting and fun stuff. It's nice to be treated sweet and to enjoy dating. And of course, you don't truly know someone after only a couple of dates with them. That's what dating is for, to get to know them and to see if you're compatible long term. She's not saying that she's marrying this guy tomorrow, right? But she's also not being an ungrateful brat in her video, telling women to demand princess treatment. And again, he needs to be getting you flowers. He needs to be spending a ton of money on you. He needs to be a pilot in order for him to be attractive. Like, she's not telling women that. She's just being appreciative and thankful and sharing her experience. And she's excited. So my opinion, let the girl live, let her have fun, and if it doesn't work out or the guy's true colors come out later and he's not actually like that and he was only doing it to impress her, well then hopefully it will be a lesson learned and she will keep that in mind going forward. It is what it is. It was just nice to see a girl who was positive and excited about dating and had something nice to say. So put in effort and actually care. There are great women out there who appreciate it and will be reciprocal. And of course, as I always say, we don't want to be chasing. We don't want to be putting in effort to someone who is quite literally running away from us. But there are great women out there who appreciate thoughtfulness and effort and will reciprocate it. And those are the women that you should be putting in effort for. I know that there are wonderful, thoughtful, great men out there. And I know the same is true for women as well. So don't be discouraged. I know so much of the content that we see online is so negative and only reinforces our negative beliefs that we have about dating and women and men and all of that. So again, just refreshing, wanted to share. I would love to hear from you guys down in the comments. I would love to hear some of your dating experiences, both positive and negative, what your biggest struggles have been, what's going well for you, things that have worked. Would just love to get a productive conversation going down in the comments. If you like this video or found it helpful, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel to be in the loop for when I release new content. If you haven't already, be sure to follow me over on Instagram at Courtney Christine Ryan. I love connecting with all of you guys over on there as well. Also, before I go, if you ever see a video that you want me to react to, please send it my way. I love reacting to the content that you guys send to me, so you can DM it to me on Instagram, tag me directly in the comments, email me, whatever floats your boat, but I love reacting to the videos straight from you guys. So as always, thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all next time.